Yo, what's good? It's your boy Big Steve, and this is Go Blue Uncut, where we smoke and talk Michigan football. So let's get into it. So, the real season has begun. Michigan will be taking on number 11 Penn State in Happy Valley, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But the good thing about it is not a night game. Every game Harbaugh has lost to Penn State at their place has been a night game. So I guess that's a good thing we got going for us this week. But nevertheless, Michigan will be taking on Penn State, big noon kickoff this coming Saturday. And I really didn't care to do a video regarding the Purdue game, so I figured we just might as well just go ahead and get into the big shit, the Penn State game coming up this week. And it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. And I feel like this team kind of resemble us a little bit. Maybe so much last year, but, you know, sophomore quarterback, sophomore running back core, depend on their tight end a lot. So it's definitely got similar situations to Michigan where this can possibly be an even game. Even matchup, I mean. You look at the quarterback spot, you know, and Penn State has sophomore Drew Aller. He was a top quarterback in the 2021 class, I believe. You know, backed up Buddy last year. You know, and you can see the potential was there. Just like you saw JJ as a freshman, you can see the potential. You know, Drew Agler has the same, not as much of an athlete. He's a taller guy, about 6'5". You know, he can stand in the pocket. Who wants to stand in the pocket and make passes? So we definitely gonna have to get to him quick. They similar receiving core. Lambert. He's their leading receiver, 645 yards. But just to talk a little bit about Agler a little bit. He's a big guy. He's tough to bring down. You know, once you get to him, you definitely got to get him on the ground. Almost 1,900 passing yards, 20 touchdowns, and 1 interception. So you can definitely say he's a good quarterback. You know, he's going to be the best quarterback we just faced so far. You know, these next 3 games basically going to be the best 3 quarterbacks, period. 20 touchdowns to 1 interception, similar to where JJ was at last year. So, like I say, it's kind of like they're in the same spot we were, and we're their other state. You know, we to them what Ohio was to us. So, you know, they little brothers right now. And they definitely got the core to make it happen. We definitely going to have to get to them. I'd rather face this type of quarterback than a mobile quarterback any day. I think we got the pass rush to really put some pressure on him and really make him do some things he's not used to doing. So, once again, 1 interception. So that he's not turning the ball over. I saw a little bit of him. He definitely can make some plays in the pocket. He's not athletic, but he is athletic enough to throw on the run. You know, he can make those type of passes like similar to JJ. They have a 2 running back monster. They basically in the same position as us right now, even when it comes to that. You know, coming into the season, Penn State was one of those teams where people was like they could have 2 rushers, you know, with 1,300 rushing yards. So with Allen and Singleton, you know, Allen 119 carries, 573 yards, 4 touchdowns. Singleton 121 carries, 480 yards, 7 touchdowns. So we definitely going to get tested, period. You know, up front, secondary, everybody's going to have to come ready to play. The receiving core, once again, similar to Michigan, they got that 1 or 2 receivers, and they use both of their tight ends. Penn State is known for having good tight ends, so this is going to be a game where Rob Moore and Makari Page going to really have to do a lot of one-on-one covering. So, as far as the defense goes, they're going to have to get pressure with 4. We're going to have to get pressure with 4 guys. We can't just rely on blitzes all day. This is a guy who can stand in the pocket and make those type of passes. So we're going to definitely have to get 4 or 5 guys. I feel we can do it with a forefront. Junior Colston is going to have to step up big. They got the running backs to really make you pay if you're not coming to hit pause. But so defense going to definitely have to step up at every phase. Far as their defense goes, they're not like we were last year. The last 2 or 3 years, Michigan had some size up front. Penn State really don't got too much size up front. They do got one of the best outside linebackers in the nation. So they known for having good defenses, period. So their leading sacks, Isaac, 6.5 sacks on the season so far. They have a total of 38 sacks. And as far as interceptions, their cornerback, D. Hardy, has 2 interceptions, and they have a total of 10 interceptions. So, similar to, with the defense is going to have to be great at all, as far as every level, the D-line, the linebacker, and the safeties going to all have to have good games. With offense, I feel JJ can beat JJ. They do have some guys over there that can, disrupt some shit, but I don't think they're stacked far as the end. They don't have the Ohio State defensive line. They definitely have that linebacker. They damn near linebacker you. But far as run stoppers, they really don't got any run stoppers. So they have been tested so far. They played a game. They played against Ohio. They took an L. It was a close game throughout, but so they've been battle tested already. And unlike us, we haven't. This is gonna be our real first test. And I feel we should definitely not dominate this game. We should definitely win this game. I don't think it's gonna be just, it's not going to be one of them games that's pretty. I think it's going to be a grit and grind type game. I won't be surprised if Blake Corum has over 20 carries this game. I don't think this is a game where we can really play with the offense. So we definitely going to have to come out early and get off to an early start. But yeah, so it's going to be a good game. This is going to be our first really road test. It's never an easy game going to Happy Valley, but it's not a night game, Linebackers, Junior Colston going to have to step up. He's going to have to be a thumper. They have the running backs. Their stats is not eye-popping like we all expect them to be. But they got the athletes to compete against Michigan. I really feel Franklin, what the fuck their coach name is, he's been one of those coaches just like Purdue. And I don't know if y'all paid attention, but during the handshake against Purdue, their head coach just kind of like ran past Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh kind of expected it. So, but I think Franklin could be in that same situation. He's been one of the coaches kind of speaking out in the Big Ten about how he feels about Harbaugh. So I never really hated Penn State, but it's fuck Penn State this weekend. Yeah, Franklin suck. And I think this can be the game that really shut their season down. We beat these dudes. Hopefully Ohio loses before they play us, because I don't want a scenario like last week. I don't want a situation where these headphones really irritating as fuck. I don't want a situation where they have a chance even after we beat their ass. I want them to be at home. I want us to be the team that send them home. It was cool seeing Georgia do it last year, even though I fell asleep doing the shit, but I want to be the team that send them niggas home. Like, yeah, nigga, after this game, just go ahead, clear y'all lockers out. As far as stats goes, I really don't get into Michigan stats as far as JJ's, because he hasn't really played a whole game. You look at stat for stat, him and Aguilar got similar stats, but when you think about it, JJ got 2,100 yards, and you hear people, well, he don't got this. He don't have the numbers. Look at how much he's really played. Him playing with 5 minutes left in the third quarter is rare. Him playing halfway through the third quarter has been pissing Michigan fans off, because we felt the game's been over with and he should not be in the game third quarter. We just spoiled Michigan fans right now, so I'm pretty sure JJ don't give a fuck and he want to be out there playing. So I definitely think that Purdue game was a game they used to say, all right, JJ, you got a chance to win a Heisman. You can go out there and make that statement going into the Penn State game. So I felt he made a statement. And this is a game where he could really, put himself as the real front runner of the Heisman. I seen Jim Harbaugh made a comment that he feels JJ is the best quarterback in the nation, and I agree. So I feel we definitely should be able to run the ball. I think he's gonna run the ball. I don't think this is a game where you could have JJ back there holding the ball 3 to 4 seconds. Penn State got the linebackers that can get to you quick, but I don't feel Penn State has the interior to really stop Michigan's run game. So, like I said, it'd probably be one of those games where first half, Blake probably had already 13 carries, but he's not breaking off because Jim Harbaugh is going to want to just whole game just wear him down. He's going to want to wear that D-line down. They're not that big. So this is definitely a game where we can let our offense, similar to last year, we can let our offensive line definitely go to work and get us off to that start. And then if you want to, get JJ on some play actions, you can do that. And same with JJ, I feel Roman Wilson. I feel definitely his stats, 649 yards is not as much. But when you look at the fact that JJ likes to spread the ball around, I think during the Penn State game, I think Rome had about 139 on 11 catches. So I think JJ's making that, all right, he's the guy. With Ohio, they don't take chances right now. The only receiver that McCoy feel comfortable with is Marvin Harrison. So they're going to force it to him. And I think Roman's earned that same praise that if he's one-on-one, throw him the fucking ball, JJ. If he's one-on-one, throwing the ball. Simple as that. Dude's a beast. Let's get him to 1,000 receiving yards these next couple games. So offense, let's go ahead, get the running game started early. Get the running game off to a good start. Use the play actions to get the tight ends involved. And then on defense, let's get pressure with 4. If we can get pressure with 4 and let people stay back in coverage, it's going to be the difference maker. So get pressure with 4, and can the linebacker step up this game? Because I don't feel the linebackers really have been tested yet. With that being said, because the D-line's been so good with getting pressure even up the middle to where the linebackers been able to roam. But I'm not sure if Penn State left tackle is going to be playing, but he's the top left tackle in the nation. And this is going to be a game where Jalen Harrell really has to step up. He's on that right side, so, they got the best left tackle in the nation. He's projected to be a top 10 pick. And this is a game where Jalen Harrell, he's a true senior right now. He's been getting playing time since a freshman, and so he's a true senior. So it's going to be interesting to see him make a statement in this game. This can be the game that put him in the third round, second, third round. You have Kwity Paye, you have Ajabo, you have Aiden Hutchinson. You have some guys where you can say, all right, we could take a chance on drafting this guy. He's proved, he's a playmaker. He stepped up in the big games. The Penn States, the Ohios, that's the game you want to step up in. And so Jalen Harrell, let's have a big game. Junior Colston, let's have a big game. They're going to run the ball. They got some running backs. So let's have a big game, man. Makari Page, Rob Moore, Keon Sapp. They got tight ends. So the whole defense going to have to come ready to play. Offense, on offense, let's not get too cute, Sherrod Moore. I like some of the plays you was calling last game. It was definitely cool, with the whole motion thing. But as far as some of the other bullshit, let's just stick to Michigan football in this one. Penn State has always been a hard game. And so it's going to be a ruckus crowd. We know that. We know we're going to have to get off to a quick start on offense. I got faith that if he were to come out and have JJ just throwing the ball, I feel comfortable with that game plan. I feel comfortable with just putting the ball in JJ hands and saying go and win the game. But at the same time, they have athletes on that defense. So let's not put him in risk of holding on to that ball too damn long. Quick passes to the tight end, roaming quick. Other than that, that's run. They're a small defense. So, I'm pretty interested to see how we come out and start the game this game. This the game the whole world been waiting to see. They said we've been beating up on cupcakes. They want to see us play a real team. But damn it, y'all got it. We finna beat the shit out of Penn State. And then, on to Maryland. And then y'all know what's next. So until then, go motherfucking blue.